Hi, I'm ECR member Liam, and this is my loadout. First and foremost, we're going to get the blaster out of the way. So this is a Mark 18 Block 2. I have a Magpul CTR stock on it. I have the Magpul receiver upper and lower. I have the Mad Bull 9-inch rail to complete the look. I also have a Magpul grip as well. So it kind of gives it the whole dark earth kind of look I'm going for other than the receiver. So I'll start going over the internals real quick. Right now I have an Inferno Gen 2 with a Pro-Win hop up with a flat hop mod done on it. The barrel is all the way to the outer barrel, so I don't know exactly what barrel I have in there right now because I've been switching barrels around. But I have a really nice barrel in there. It's probably a Prometheus, to be honest. I also have a Wraith in this, so this is my power supply. I don't have any hoses coming out of my gun. I kind of prefer no hoses. I'm about that no hose life, you know. So most people might disagree with the Wraith because of its cumbersome system. I prefer the immersion, so that's my defense in having a Wraith. I think they're a great system once you get them right. Now that we kind of got the internals done, like I said, there's not much to it. It's cool and all, but you know, no gears or nothing. We'll go to the furniture on the gun. So right now for the sight, because it's the biggest thing on here, we have a short dot. So it's a Vism or an NC Star style short dot. It's got variable adjustments on it for either different types of sight colors and zoom on it. I prefer this because this airsoft replica can actually reach the ranges that this sight can see, so it actually performs like a real sight for me. Next is the iron sights. So I have CAC iron sights on here. It's a Knight's Armament. These just look good, completes the Mark 18 look for me. I prefer them definitely to most iron sights that I have. They're not bulky, they stay low, and when I need them, you know, I can pull them up pretty quick. Next thing would be the light. So this would be a Surefire replica done by Enforce. Very nice light. Definitely prefer it compared to most lights just because of its streamline. It's right there, right where I want it. Perfectly bright enough for every environment that I've been in. Next would be the PEC box. It would be an Element PEC 15. It's got the white light, it's got the IR, and it's got the green vis light as well. And you can see, you got wires coming out of them. It's because this system is done on a dual pressure switch. So I have easy access to all the lights on my weapon at all times. So I also have on here a CAC quick detach suppressor. So this comes off like that. Not so quick sometimes, but it comes off quick enough. This is actually cream filled, so it has suppressive capabilities. Most HPA guns are actually a little bit loud sometimes, depending on how you built the airsoft replica. This one in particular has a little bit of a wop to it, so this actually does keep my airsoft replica quieter than if I didn't have it on. Definitely prefer that. Next is the Blackhawk grip. This grip, it's good. I definitely like it out of all the grips that I've had so far. Some people prefer the Magpul. Not me, I like this one. I also have a Magpul CTR stock on it. So this stock, I know a lot of people run with their Mark 18s, they run a car stock. It's cool. It's the one with the cheek pad on it, kind of, like it's a little bit bulkier. I don't prefer that with this particular build just because I can't access the Wraith with that system, or I haven't found one that I can access the Wraith with that. So this allows me to access the Wraith quick and efficiently. Also, you know, no butt plate, so it's not really uncomfortable actually. Still works very, very well. On another side note, we have a video for the Wraith. So if you have any questions about Obviously I didn't really go in depth on how it was set up, how it's put into the receiver, all that kind of stuff. It's a really complex build. It takes some time. This gun was done by Rage Custom, so they helped cut and route the system. So there's a video somewhere out there on our channel, probably right here, for you to take a look at, and it goes in depth over the Wraith system. All right, starting from head to toe, we're gonna do the helmet. Important piece of kit. If you don't run one, that's fine, that's to each his own. I decided to run one. This is a TMC airframe. Definitely like it. I know different reproduction companies come out with different sizes. This one just happens to fit my head perfectly fine. On it is the Cry cover. I like this one compared to the reproduction ones. It looks better, it feels better. I think it holds up better too. All in all, just a great product. You can also see on here I have ComTacs. These are the ComTac 3s and single com. They have 3M adapters on them on the stock rails for this helmet. I have Cry rails, I just haven't put them on as of this video, but if you want to know, yes, the 3Ms do actually fit on the reproduction helmet rails for a TMC. On the front, I have a Rhino NVG mount. This is the real deal. It works really well. I have it in the stock shroud here, so I don't really need a shroud, like a real deal shroud right now. For the most part, we use these helmets for filming and stuff, as well as protection from low-lying doorways, stuff like that. This Rhino mount works well with older systems. You can modify it with a dovetail to be able to work with newer systems. So that's something you should keep in mind if you're looking at a cheap mount for your NVGs if you have them. This works fine. If you're going to do real NVGs though, you want to actually buy a real mount too as well. I mean, might as well go all the way if you're buying night vision, right? On the back, I have the cable routed into my own little cable management system here. It's just like a caddy pretty much. It's just Velcro and elastic, making it so I can put like chem lights, batteries, or I can even route my cable as of currently right now. I also have that attached to the MilSim West battery pouch. This is also going to double as I guess you could call it a counterweight. So if you want to have a counterweight pouch and you're not quite sure which direction you want to go, this will work if you want to do filming and counterweight as well. It's got retentions in there for you to actually hold a battery or whatever else in there, which is actually kind of a nice feature. A lot of counterweights out there don't do that, and some battery pouches don't even do that for external filming. I have a V-light. This is a reproduction one. Light is a light is a light, So it blinks for friendlies, so they know that I'm on their team. I have a red light on my kit, so that's why this is the green. On the inside, because I know a lot of people might be wondering what's on the inside, I have stock USGI half-inch pads. I have them set up the way I have them set up because I like airflow in my head, and if I don't have that, then this is uncomfortable and it's no point in having it. These are the stock straps as well. You can buy OpsCore straps, you can buy Windy straps, you can buy all sorts of straps. I just prefer these because they're free and I have to pay for them, and they still work to this day. If you want a more comfortable system, then that's fine. I honestly don't really even strap this on that often unless I'm like really shaking things up. Side notes on the helmet, things that you might be asking about. Hey, where are all the cables for your helmet? They're underneath the cover. That's why I prefer the cover too, is you can run the cables underneath here. Good cable management, so you don't have cables just coming down your head like dreadlocks. That's uncomfortable, it's stupid, you could break a cable. You don't need that in your life. I just route them through the actual cover into the top of the helmet right in here. So it comes out through that little crack in the top of the airframe. So I have the most amount of room and cable management available to me. Another good note here is that the sizing for all helmets is different. I would use a real helmet sizing chart and go off of, I actually used the Cry helmet sizing chart for this particular helmet. So if you're at a loss of what size head you got a big head, you got a little head, whatever, you do UFAM, but using an actual tape measure around your head, like a flexible one, to get that sizing is actually a good thing to do. All right, so let's jump right into the actual plate carrier, starting from the front. I have the Ferro Concepts dangler. It's good for miscellaneous stuff like gloves, tape, anything you can't find a home for that you need access to immediately. Ferro Concepts danglers got you. And I know there's also different types of danglers provided by different companies like Spirited Systems. This is just the one I have, and for the most part, they all do the same thing. So, 10 out of 10. Moving on to the front, it's worth mentioning that this system is interchangeable. So what you see here is not what I can run permanently on this plate carrier. Ferro Concepts has a Velcro system, so I can change these out anytime I want to whatever system I want. This one happens to be set up like this, which is the 2 Samapo Gear Cry pistol pouches. Very good, 10 out of 10. They run speed loaders in them because I run mid-capacity magazines and I reload on the field pretty regularly. I have the triple M4 pouch setup done by Ferro Concepts. This is an old gen, you won't be able to buy these anymore. Sorry if you have a Ferro Concepts FCPC. If you have another plate carrier and you're looking to get a setup close to this, I just recommend any Molly triple M4 pouch setup that's in the color you prefer. Compared to my last video, I had a Tactical Tailor admin pouch. That's gone. I'm running it slick. I don't need that extra bulk. I'm trying to bring the front down and put more on the sides where I feel like I've kind of adapted my play style. Inside it has the ability to hold pistol mags. It's a good system. I just have a little notepad in here for taking notes, get schooled. Move on to the shoulder pads. So shoulder pads here are the Ferro Concepts shoulder pads. I don't think they make these ones anymore. They make some sort of different airlight style. They have like different material. These ones work great. You can use whatever shoulder pads you feel comfortable with. Ferro Concepts shoulder pads just happen to be what I got at the time. Very good. Definitely wouldn't run any plate carrier without shoulder pads. Even stock JPC, I'd buy shoulder pads. You're carrying a lot of stuff, or maybe you're not, but still comfortable is comfortable, right? So right now we have a lot of the pouches you're going to see here are TMC. I'm just going to tell you right now my opinions on TMC. I think plate carriers should be an investment and that you should have a base for everything you want to put on your equipment. So for me, I decided to do the Ferro Concepts FCPC because I think it's a versatile system. I saw a lot of potential in it compared to a JPC, and that's why I decided to go with this. Pouches are not that big of an investment, and that's why I feel like having not real quality pouches works for me. So if you want to get the real thing, that's fine. I think you should try out a pouch before you actually get the real thing. And Cry is very expensive, so why not try something that lasts you a while? You can decide if you liked it or not because people change their loadouts constantly. That's my opinion on this. Take it as you will. So on this side we have the TMC 100 round pouch. I use it for grenade shells. So right now I have Thunderbeast shells in here. They work. Something else in there like an M4 magazine. It's kind of awkward to reach behind you, but it can be done. I have done it. Basically a 100 round magazine pouch for whatever you want. It's just a miscellaneous, it's kind of a just throw all, do all pouch. Right here I have the TMC replica of the 330D flashbang frag pouch. It's very good. It holds Thunderbees very well, and it can also hold a variety of other equipment very well. If you want to put like your mock suppressors in there or whatnot, it's adjustable, so you can adjust the size of the pouch. Right here I have another TMC M4 pouch based off of the Cry Precision M4 pouch. Good system. That's where I have it. It works well just because I'm dominant with my left hand on reloads, so that's where I have it. On the other side, I have a TYR 5x5, which holds my CO2 for the race stock. Just a quick system. These aren't stock on this pouch. I did this myself. I modded them. I took heat shrink and I put heat shrink on them so the tabs stay, you know, they don't stay flimsy. I have them accessible so I don't have to like flimsy around for a zipper that I can't find. It's just right there. So this is a good mod to do on just about anything on your plate carrier that has a zipper with cloth on it or string or whatever. Another 330D frag flashbang pouch. This one actually has a Thunder Bee in it. You can kind of get the sizing for it. It's a good system. I run two because I don't want to run anything on the back anymore for frags. Nobody uses them. Cool, but nobody uses them. Right here I have the TYR IFAC. But this actually has real world medical equipment in it. So if something did happen, God forbid, I have the ability to be there to treat something, like, you know, cut or whatnot. It's not stocked up for like a gunshot wound for playing airsoft, but it's definitely there as a first aid element. And it's a blowout, so if I pull it open and rip down, it's gonna have what I need right there, accessible to me. On the back, I have the Samapo Gear Cry back panel backpack. It's 10 out of 10. And you might be asking yourself, hey, FCPCs don't have zippers like the JPC 2.0s or the CPCs. Yes, they don't. That's because these have little buttons on the top, so you can take them off, and if you had the zipper feature, it'd be retention. So you can attach them to any plate carrier you want without the zippers. And they're very easy to put on, and yes, they hold the weight of whatever you put in them, so you don't have to worry. Even though it's not attached all the way through and through with MOLLE, it still holds what you need, and it's very quick to take off. So if you want to put another system on, like an actual back panel or just run it slick, you can do that. If you open it up here, you have access to whatever you want. Samapo Gear comes done with this mod, so I didn't do this. So this is how they come. Unzip it and boom, boom, boom. You can get to whatever you need. You need buddy help, but it's definitely a faster system than a backpack. This also has the ability to hold hydro equipment, so if you want to have a camelback in here, you can do that, as well as the bolt cutter feature. So on the bottom here, there's like a little slit right there. There's a little slit I can undo, and it pulls out more of the back panel. That's for you to put a bolt cutter in through the top. It's cool. I haven't used it yet, but it's available if you want to use it for Samapo Gear. And yes, these are still available. All right, so now we're going to open it up. So we're going to see inside where the cummerbund area is. Oh, look at that. This cummerbund that everything's been attached to is an LBT LBX, and it's London Bridge company. Their cummerbund, it's got the mesh inside of it, so as you can see here, it's kind of got some mesh in between the webbing. This has helped to help with rigidity in the actual like equipment. It's a good system. The reason I have this and not a Ferro Concepts cummerbund is because they don't make it the Airlight cummerbund anymore like they used to. They used to have mesh in between it. It's just not for me. I wanted mesh in between it. Also, it has these little grips on them, so I can take my plate carrier off really quick without having to like fumble around with the Velcro. Also putting my nasty hands all over it. It's whatever. I could have dirt on my hands. I don't want that in my Velcro. Kind of reduces the actual equipment's use right there. Also right here I have the TMC embedder pouches. They work the same way as the Cry Precision embedder pouches. So I have them on here for my Baofeng, which is back here, right here, and also for a spare M4. It's a good system. I don't have any room on my sides anymore, so this is just how it's gonna be. I haven't found anything yet that's gonna replace this, so it's here to stay. All right, so I pretty much covered most of the gear that I have, like the big parts. We're gonna go over the little stuff here. So stuff that you see on this table, like the pants. Yes, the pants are on the table. They're not on me, so you guys can see them. Cool, cool, right? And also other little things like dump pouches and stuff like that. So I'm gonna show each item individually so you can see them to their extent. So first and foremost, we'll start with this. This is the Blowout TMC replica of the LBT Blowout pouch. It's good, it works well. It's honestly aesthetics. I do have some, first aid in here just for cool, but it's here. I have it on my kit, it looks cool, is cool. Good recommendation if you don't want to run an IFAK on your plate carrier and you're looking for something a little different. So TMC LBT style blowout pouch. Right here I have my leafy suit. So I sometimes run this over my plate carrier. I just throw it over real quick. Sometimes I throw it on my back panel, tell a friend, hey, that's what I want. This is like Cabela or Bass Pro Shop. I have the Fly Gear play arm. It's a good system. Sometimes I actually do need to have extra information on me, and this is a good way to have it accessible. Just mainly maps, no information on them, and if you do want to write some stuff on it, you can just use dry erase and you can get to it on the inside. You can do your mapping and your grids and whatnot. Good system. There's a bunch of different brands out there for arm pads. Now we're gonna move on to the dump pouch. This is just a Condor dump pouch. No, you don't need a fancy dump pouch. Cool if you do. I only hold XYZ amount of mags. I don't need a dump pouch that's 3 miles deep and has bells and whistles. Just don't need it. It has the simple retention on it. I have it folded over because I run it on a belt. I don't run it on a battle belt, just a normal belt, just a rigger's belt. So that's why it's folded over. This works very well. I've had it since the beginning of Airsoft pretty much. It's worked flawlessly. 100% happy with this. Even if it's Condor, it still works. Dump pouch is dump pouch. All right, so you might be wondering what kind of uniform I have on. This is the Flash Force Industries AC custom style uniform. It's good, definitely probably one of the best reproductions I've ever used of multicam equipment. And people might be saying TMC is good. I don't know. There's a bunch of different reproductions of Cry and AC custom equipment out there. Flash Force Industries, in my opinion, has done a great job with their sewing and stitching, and even the pattern is very down to earth. The top I have right now, it's withheld a lot of gameplay. I definitely recommend the Flash Force Industry top. It's a good system. If you decide you want to not get a pair, that's fine. For the pants, they come with knee pads that already have a lot of Velcro here for when you insert them. They're good. They actually look pretty decent compared to most pads. I know sometimes TMC has they have like weird olive green knee pads. I don't want that stuff. I actually wanted to match the pants, kind of, so I don't have to buy the real deal. The pants, for the quality, you're getting an amazing pair of pants. They have the knee pads, which I'm gonna turn this around here for you. Get you a full view right there. You can look them up online for a little bit closer look up, but knee pad area is solid. Yes, it has the stretchy material. Stretchy material is good. It hasn't ripped on me so far. I've been using them pretty heavily. It also has the pockets on the top here for whatever you want to put in, as far as notebooks, other equipment, miscellaneous stuff. Back of it has the stretch material on it as well. For the most part, 1-to-1. Really awesome, very happy, and the quality is, like I said, probably the best I've seen as far as the reproduction stuff. All right, moving on to iPro. This is very important. It's something you shouldn't skip on. It's definitely something you should invest in. Your eyes, you only get one pair of them. If you're wearing sunglasses at Airsoft game, you're doing it wrong, okay? These are the TMC M frames 3.0. They're great. What you don't see on here is the lens that came stock with it, and that's because I took that out and I put a real lens in it from Oakley. So that's the first thing I'd do if you're gonna do actual reproduction, any type of eyewear. Yes, you can put a real lens in it. Yes, they work fine, and if you're cool with not having real Oakleys, then that works great. On the topic of eyewear, I have actually a pair of real Oakley M-Frame 2.0s. These work just as well as the Emerson frames. I mean, they have a little bit more sturdiness, I guess. I mean, it's a plastic frame. I don't know what you're expecting from your equipment there. If somebody steps on them, they're gonna break, okay? As far as the comparison that I would give you, I would say that the only weak part about the glasses on the TMC side is that this little hinge right here kind of is a little more looser. The actual real Oakley M frames, they're not loose, they're straight up sturdy. I also have a Helo kit too. Helo kit works on the TMC Repro and the real deal, obviously. So for a sling system, I have the MS3, MS2 is the older one, so MS3. It's in gray. This is what I bought it in. I like it in gray. Definitely recommend a real sling over this one. This one's starting to kind of fall apart. It's just kind of held together by glue and my love and affection. If you could buy a real sling, just do it. Padded slings are even better. And this is a 2-point, but it can run as a single point. All right, so additional stuff that I can put on my FCPC if I want to mix things up, because I'm feeling like mixing things up, is I have the elastic cummerbund. So elastic cummerbund slick, it replaces the cummerbund entirely, as you can see here. This is the Ferro Concepts one. Pig makes one. They all work the same. So the only difference between the Ferro Concepts and the Pig is that the Pig has 2 pieces of elastic, Ferro Concepts only has 1. So there's no difference, really, other than that. I also have the closed top Ferro Concepts M4 pouches. These hold 6 M4 magazines. It's cool if I'm at a bigger event and I don't need all that slim down load speed stuff. I just need straight up ammo capacity. So these will do. It's all Velcro on the back. There's no MOLLE because this goes on the FCPC. It's a good system if I need to have extra magazines. Last but not least, I have the Ferro Concepts back panel. Great back panel, does the job that it's intended to do. Unfortunately for me, it's just not working the way I wanted it to. I don't have people needing magazines out my back. I don't have small enough stuff in here that I could put, or that I can't just put in my dangler. So that's my my dilemma with running this. It's a good back panel if you're looking for one. Definitely I'm not gonna diss it past, you know, just not working for me. It's a good back panel. It's all laser cut material on the back for the retention. It goes through and through, you can weave it. As you can see, there's no MOLLE here for it to get into as well. It's flat and flat. It's a good system. Just don't run it right now currently. All right, so last but not least, don't forget it. You got your boots. For me, it's the Keen, I don't know, just Keen boots pretty much. Most boots, if you're gonna buy them, buy a good pair because they will fall apart on you. Mine decided to die after many years of use. Just buy yourself a good pair and they'll treat you well if you treat them well. These ones work great. Buy ones with the little eyelets in them so you can actually get that tightness on them. That's my recommendation. And Solomon also makes good boots, but for me, it's gonna be Keen. All right, thanks for watching. I know there's a lot of information, a lot of commentary and stuff like that. It's been a while since I've done one of these. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment down below. We'll make sure to try to answer them the best we can. This has been ECR member Liam, signing off.